All right, we're live, and I'm gonna bring you. This is just my quick overview. Like to get my voice out there as I put on my Sith outfit as I come. Correct, Ahsoka. Oh my God! If you're old school and you love Star Wars like I love Star Wars, and you want some of that straight up Jedi Sith action going on. I don't know if they're Sith. I don't know. I don't care. They're using lightsabers like crazy. The animation is off the chain. I thought, okay, I understand. This is the next season of Rebels. And I have to admit, that is blowing my mind. That finally we are achieving Rebels. We're going to find out what happened at the end of Rebels. Dave Filoni is hitting on all cylinders on this. Episode 1 and then followed by episode 2 has me drooling over episode 3. I My mind just is like, oh, I can't wrap up what I just saw was so good just from the opening bell, watching Rosario Rosario Dawson just ruffle stomp, man. Some attack droid, assassin droids that showed up to try to take her out, and I was fascinated by the combat. It was just, yes, this is how I wanted to always see Star Wars done live action. This is what I've been missing, and I wanted to see as far as it goes. And I'm trying not to give any spoilers on how it goes, but to see Sabine Wren show up, and now they got kind of a weird relationship going with Ezra Bridgers. And if you haven't watched Rebels, you're missing out. You have to go back and watch Rebels. You really should watch Rebels and then watch Ahsoka, because all these people from Rebels is showing up. They even show the painting, which I thought was just amazing, of what went down and the team and Rebels in this. And I'm like, wow, they're taking Rebels and Clone Wars and just taking it up a notch and bringing it to the next level. And if you don't know how bad ass, excuse my French, Ahsoka is, this should be very telling. I mean, she was Anakin's apprentice in Clone Wars, which is still to me underrated. Still was great. The last season, but Tales of the Jedi showed how Anakin trained Ahsoka to the next level and how she's the Jedi she is today. I would definitely say get on Disney and go watch that as well, because this is definitely worth it. This is prime time, amazingly beautiful Star Wars. This is the Star Wars that we should have seen. This is the Star Wars that should have been in The Last Jedi or whatever, man. And I know I'm still a fan of Rey, but this is how they should have portrayed Rey. Strong, vibrant, amazing, and nah, they're not Mary Sue's. They're just badasses. Get over it. They are literally super badass women, basically, that can bring it any day of the week. Sabine Wren, it's kind of funny to watch how they portrayed her as the character coming from Rebels. As I recall, I was always thinking, and I almost have to go back and watch, that she had that Mandalorian chip on her shoulder. Because she was a badass in Rebels. I mean, like, she had the dark saber. I don't even remember everything about it. So I'm almost like I'm gonna have to go back and watch Rebels. And I suggest anybody else that's out there that is starting to watch this and want to see kind of the backstory of how we got here is to go back and pick up Rebels. I watched Rebels at first. I was like, this is kind of a kid show. By the end, I was a big fan of what was going on in Rebels and how it progressed, and to see Thrawn and watch how that interaction. But I was very sad to see it end. Uh, Greatest scene, one of the greatest fight scenes you'll ever want to see, and I wish I could show it here. I need to kind of figure out how people are doing some of the things that they're doing to show content that I know is copyrighted by Disney here. But the fight between, and you can look it up on YouTube because I know some people have illegally posted it or legally posted it, however that works. Between Ahsoka and Vader, top tier, 100%. It was crazy to watch those two fight and get it on. When Ahsoka really learned that Vader is Anakin, that type of thing. No spoiler for this series, but that was in Rebels. So if you haven't watched Rebels, I apologize, but there's a lot to see in Rebels. I'm probably giving too much away. I really suggest everybody go and catch Rebels. But episode 1, very nice. Episode 2, yes, this was both of these together. People are coming out. Yeah, this is exactly what you want a Star Wars to be. I can't say no more. I was very disappointed in Boba Fett. Mandalorian, Grogu is good. But I wish they could take it up a notch. Like, I wanted Grogu to be a little mix of a Jedi and a Mandalorian. It would have been great. And having the little guy kind of set up, and actually have him, shining in some Mandalorian armor wielding a lightsaber. Will we get to see that? The way that they shine it, nope. He either took Mandalorian or the path of the Jedi. I hated that, I'll be honest. I wanted to see Grogu swinging the lightsaber. As cool as that little guy would be swinging the lightsaber, having him in the chest of an assassin droid, well, that was cool. I'll give you that. That's good. But having him have his own little tiny lightsaber that he's flipping around and flying with and controlling with his mind, no, that would have been top tier. That's what I want personally to see. I love that they're pushing the Force and showing what the Force can do. It was very much amazing to see that in Obi-Wan, which wasn't the best, but it was one of the most dynamic Force showings ever. I still don't understand, and I'll be like, how does Vader in one period point look like he's a friggin' god, and then Obi-Wan beats God? I still, the Sith part of me goes, I don't understand how that goes out. And of course, we come into the old Star Wars, and the original. How did Luke beat Vader in the third movie? Also, why did we have baby pandas or whatever the Ewoks are able to be stormtroopers? There's a couple things I don't feel, but as a child, I loved every minute of it. I saw Star Wars in the movie as a child. I'm now watching Ahsoka, and I feel like my 15-year-old self, and I'm far beyond 15 now. So I'm just saying that's my synopsis of it. It was amazing to see. Disney basically is on point so far with this, and I'm gonna see if I could figure out the copyright so that I could actually put some content here up to a certain point. You could put it, as I'm going to be commentating as well as watching. But I'm just like a little kid like this, sitting there watching Ahsoka. I am so proud of the work that they've done and hopefully continue to do. as this has been one of my favorite Star Wars series that they've produced in quite a while. Dave Filoni, I tip my hat to you, my man. That's it for me. Peace.